Good morning. Happy Sunday, best friend. Oh, it is early here in Florida. It's like 8:30 in the morning. But I had this idea and I really wanted to show you guys my Louis collection. I always talk about every time I do a purse, I'm like, if I wasn't such a Louis snob, well, I thought I'd show you and all the hard work and all the years I went in to get my collection. Kind of proud of it. I work 7 days a week, 7, 8 hours a day. The only days I get off are like Christmas and Easter, you know? So I worked hard for this collection. But if you stay till the end of the video, which I hope you do, best friend, I also have some of my old dupes here, and I thought maybe we could check out the difference. I've never done that before. So let's get started. Okay. So I am a Louis snob, but I don't remember the name of every single purse. I think there might be one here that I'm not 100% what it is. But let's get started. And with my favorite one, and it was the first one I ever bought, and I remember me and Max did the big unboxing. This is its box. I keep all the boxes. Now, there might be some stuff in these purses because they're actively used. As I got my graceful, and she was gorgeous. And the one thing that, she was the first one I bought, so she wasn't like a super expensive one in the Louis world, super expensive one. But I could not wait to open her because you can get like this one or you can get the Never Full. The Never Full went up in price. I don't know why, but I'm not a huge tote bag person. So when I saw this one, it was actually a couple $100 cheaper. I thought I am going to totally go for Miss Graceful here. And when I opened her box and I smelled that leather instead of chemicals, like, because I always had fake ones. I've never had a real Louis until I got her years ago, and all the leather, like it's all stamped on top. It patinaed beautifully, and I got stuff in here. Hubbard's Marina, pen and key for when I went to see my parents the last time. Good Lord, how long ago was that? So there's the inside, and there's some change in there. I loved the pink. Like, you were able to choose between like pink, or it was a while ago, brown maybe, or tan. And man, I look puffy in the morning. I chose the pink, of course, and it has where all the changes, a nice little side pocket. And my favorite thing to do when I show my best friend my purses I order is I like to do the zipper check. Now, the quality between this zipper and the Temu zippers are probably a little different. This is it. Oh. That's a zipper. And it has like a magnetic closure, which I am in a love-hate relationship with. Like, it's totally easy to get into when Max is like, give me my wallet, give me my keys, give me this, because I put a lot of his stuff in my purse. It's easy to get into. You don't have to unzip my cat push. My cat's attacking my sock. Somebody's cats attack socks. It's just so super easy to get into. All right, so that's my Graceful PM. The next one I got after that was this one. And sorry, I have my casino card attached to it. I didn't notice that's right now, so sorry. It's my Speedy 30. And you could tell that these ones I got were like in the Louis world, don't come after me, or your less expensive ones, Yeah, if you look at the Louis website, these are on sale. For the most part, they're cheap. We know nothing's ever on sale on Louis, but for their I didn't know that was in there. Okay, so before I show you the inside. Okay, so here's the Speedy 30 on the outside. And you're probably thinking, well, Speedy 30s don't have support at the bottom. It should not hold its form. Understood, best friend. Okay, so before you come after me, I got this thing, and I'm like, why? I don't like the way it hangs. Like, I put my phone in there, and it was like drooping, and I just thought it looked sloppy. Okay, that's just how I felt about it. So I had Max put some chipboard in there, and see if you can see the bottom in there. So it would stay. It looks sloppy. That's just me, and that's just my taste. I don't care. People are like, well, that's, it's a new Louis there, and that's how the leather lays. I don't care. I don't want a sloppy looking purse. Paid a lot of money. I don't want a sloppy looking purse. So this liner, gorgeous. You're my change. And then it has a beautiful little side pocket. What's in here? What's in my purse video? You can try. I just went to the casino with this one. Hand sanitizer, player's card, and a cough drop. I don't know why. I must have been carrying it around when I was sick months ago. Listen to that zipper. And on this one, oh, wait, listen to this one. Yes. On this one, it patinaed beautifully. This, I don't have my glass on. It's stamped right there. I remember getting this going, oh my gosh, why is everybody else's Louis Vuittons? Why is the leather so dark? I literally had to look that up and learn about it. You know, like, I'm like, is this fake that I ordered from a fake website? No, it has the patina. And then, like, if it's raining out, I run. I tell Mac, he will put my purse under his shirt to save the leather. Okay, so those are my two first ones. And then I think I went we're going a little bouge now. And I got, I forget the order. Maybe this one. It's an Alma BB. And did you hear that zipper? You know how man zippers. Leave me alone. It's an Alma BB, but it's like this one. It's not like, it's the monogram, but it's also has a little street sign in front of it with exactly the knit. Don't ask. I bought these so long ago. I tried to look them up. I'm too tired. I just hope maybe you like to look at the prettiness of them. The hardware is gold. It did patina a little bit. This one just for some reason likes to stay a little bit lighter. I know everyone wants to know prices, but I feel like if I tell prices, I'm just going to get chewed up in the comments. So research on your own. But they are definitely real. Okay. So this purse inside, the leather's starting to wear it, so it opens up a little bit better. Very cute. I love that it's a lighter color. No zipper in this one, which I thought was a little inside pocket because I thought it was a little weird because it was way more than the last two I showed you, even though it's way smaller. But it has the classic design, but it doesn't have the classic design, right? So inside this purse that I must have been carrying around, I have, what is up? Cough drops, lots of change, and a guitar pick. You could tell Max is around just by the purses, like Hubbard's Marina, a pick, cough drops, hand sanitizer. Oh my gosh, that's hilarious. But that's the back. I think it's very cute design. Inside here is the key. The key to the lock if you choose to lock your purse. And aren't they cute? They have a little, aren't they adorable? Don't they say I don't have my glasses on, best friends early. I think it has an LV on there. I'm not sure though. But yeah, there's your lock. These are all, I don't have, I'm not very good at this. Like I showed you the stamp on the first two, I think. But this one, I don't know where it is. It's concerning. I should know that. It's got to be on the outside somewhere because there's literally no inside to stamp. But if I find it, I'll put it in a short. I'm looking real quick. No, I don't know where it is. If you know where it is on the Alma, let me know. Let's keep this trainer rolling. Okay. So next, I'm going to do this one, and the name of it, Neo, N-O, I can't pronounce it. I'm dyslexic. I can't pronounce stuff. So if you hear me mispronouncing something, please don't be rude to me. I had a learning disability, legit learning disability. I just thought this is so cute. It's like a little, I want to call it a little backpack purse, but that's not what they called it. N-O-E, and it's just so cute. I don't care what it's called. Can we talk about the cuteness factor? Okay, so this one is so cute. It's nice, as the patina is nice on it. Classic monogram. I'm going to show you the bottom of those ones. I'll do that real quick. This one does not have like the continuous of like This is how the Speedy goes all the way around, you know. It's one continuous piece of leather where it's right side up on one side and upside down on the other. That's not this one. Was it graceful like that? Now the graceful does have that on the bottom. And I remember reading about like Louis and they tell real from fake, and they would always say, well, a real, everything lines up. Well, this is 100% real, and it's not perfect. That's not lined up. That's not lined up. It's just how the leather is, I guess, because this is straight from the Louis Vuitton website. It's not like it was a fake one. It was the real Louis Vuitton website. Anyway, so here is this little guy, and it still has plastic on it. And it's from like a couple years ago. So look how cute that is. I can't stand the cuteness of this one. I love it. I remember when I got it. It does come with a crossbody strap, but at the moment, I don't know where it is. I think it's in its box in the storage room I keep them in. Nice little pool. And what's beautiful about this, it does have that red like wax on it. And people are always like, well, you could tell the difference between a real one and a fake one, and you 100% can. And we'll do all that when we get to the dupes. I don't have a dupe that's in the classic monogram that's going to have that red. But I just thought maybe going over the quality of it, you know. But from what I watched on YouTube, all the times I was researching it, best friend, it was, you could tell between a real and a fake with the red. Because some girlies out there are smart. Like, I'm not rich. I don't have a lot. I buy what's cute. The very last one I show you, I got a second hand, which is more my lifestyle now because my store is actually going out of business from the hurricanes. It's not good down here anymore. Like, the business is really, really slow. So but the last one I bought was second hand, and it was still a while ago. Anyway, so to tell the real from the fake, they have the red wax on it. And after a while, it doesn't stay that bright red, just like everything else on here with the leather. This part of the leather, this part of everything gets darker, and you can tell the difference because it gets darker. Notice they're not bright red. I think I might have one monogram one, but it's not anything with that has the red on it. I don't think. Or sorry, so that was so cute. The inside. The one thing I wish it didn't have, girlies, if you have this one, let me know. Is this little, I have some stuff in there still. Is this little divider thing. Like, I don't see why in the world that you would actually need that. I'm trying to get my cat out in there because everything gets stuck under it, best friend. When I take this to the casino, I have my card on a bungee, my player's card, and it gets stuck under there and you can't get it out, and it takes forever. Drives me nuts. But I thought it was cute, and it's just so cute. Sorry, morning breezy and afternoon breezy are almost two different people. I'm still like, but I had this amazing idea, and since I'm going out of town this weekend, if I miss a video, you get a bonus one. All right, so this little girl, right? Whoa, what the heck do I have in here? $3. Oh, I took this to Ohio last time I went this way. $3. A toothbrush. I'm glad I found that. A receipt. Tampa airport thing. All right, so let me take this stuff out of here so I can show you the inside. Wow, I really did not do anything with this purse since last December when I left. So this is my cute. This was probably, believe it or not, the most expensive one that you've seen. And you'll see why, because I'm going to post a short. It's not going to do it in here. This is a Speedy 20, I believe. But it's, okay. So it's not going to do it in here, but I would take it outside and show you. See, this Speedy does not have the continuous leather, maybe because it's a special leather. And it's actually metallic. And when I take it outside, it changes colors. You will see a metallic reflection on it. And you'll see that in the short, how cute that is. Oh my goodness. It's usually my vacation purse because it's small and easy to take around. But, well, I didn't even empty it. So inside is just dark. It's very tight to get into. That's one thing I don't like. It's very tight to get into. It's just like a regular inside liner. It's a leather, actually. Leather inside. It's not canvas. Or like these ones are a fabric one. So I really like this. I like the gold hardware. It does come with a crossbody strap. It's in its box. I don't use it. And that's that one. That's probably my favorite when it hits the sun, and you'll see why if you haven't already. So this is the Speedy 20. It's just a baby little one. Comparing like this one to this one. Let me get my player's card out of the way. Yeah, there's quite the big difference. That one's really cool. Okay. So last of the real ones is what I got secondhand on Amazon Luxury. I'm not getting paid by Louis Vuitton. I am not getting paid by Amazon Luxury. This is just my stuff, my experiences. So on Amazon Luxury, this seems like they have one whole like retailer they use, like secondhand retailer, redesign or something like that, and they all come from there. I got this one. I don't know. Louis Vuitton does. They don't even make this one anymore. I don't think. I didn't see it on the website, so I couldn't do a price comparison. I didn't do that. I really don't care. I know it's a good deal, and I could tell a real from a fake just by feeling it. So here it is. This purse on Amazon Luxury was, I think, $950. It's beautiful. It's big. I mean, I think that's a great deal. I went on there recently to look at some, and you don't see that cheap a price anymore. This is back when like the Amazon Luxury store first came out. I feel like people were selling a little bit cheaper on there, so they can like be like, oh well, I can get a real Louis Vuitton for $100,000. That's in really good shape. It is in really good shape. The patina is beautiful. There's this whole time my glasses have been sitting right here, and I've been struggling around. There's none of that red is on this, but it is just gorgeous. The leather has changed. Such a beautiful color. So the closure to get in this one is just a hook and eye. And on that hook and eye, it does say Louis Vuitton. I do have a real Christian Louis, I can never say his. Christian Louis Vuitton, with the red bottom. I can never say his name. The red bottom shoe designer. Well, I do have one of his handbags too, but it's not like worth an entire video. It's really cool. It's black and red. So here's the inside. It's your basic Louis Vuitton inside canvasy material. It does have a side zipper, and it works beautifully for being secondhand. That's closed and open. Yeah, I do like this one. It's a little bit bigger than I thought it was going to be, which is really cool for like being under $1,000 for a real Louis Vuitton. Like we know that just does not happen. So that's that one. All right, guys, it's getting a little long here. So we're gonna really quick go through like the dupes. I've had a couple requests on the dupes. I'm always talking about Louis. My box keeps falling. My squishmallows aren't holding up my box very good here. Okay, so I got this one. I thought this would be a good comparison to, excuse me, my Speedy. Either one. All right, I got this as a DH Gate special from back way when. All right, so one thing they do good on DH Gate is their zippers. I'm like the zipper queen. I'm like the zipper like aficionado when I do purses. Like I check the zipper. So this is it, and it was back when the Escol. I don't know if I feel about pronunciations. Purses were really big, and these are still on there. Okay, so here it is. I like the pink and the purple and the black. I thought it was fun, and the monogram, classic monogram, was on the side. When I opened this thing, it stunk. So I think Max was around when I opened this. It was like 2022. 23. It's hard to remember. It comes with the crossbody strap. So quality is not there. Now, I remember not knowing any better because I had never had a Louis Vuitton in my life. I was like probably 43 or maybe 44 by the time I got my first one. So it took me 44 years to buy one. So this is the fake one, and here's the real one. Okay, this is the closest thing I have to. That little one is made out of a weird fabric. It's not the same. Player's card in the back. Okay. Quality 100%. If you have a dupe, the handles are feel like garbage. But when you first buy your dupe, you think you're all like cool, but and you know what? Let me back up and scratch it. Forget what I said. You are cool. If a dupe is what you can afford, like it was for me, then you rock the out of that dupe, okay? Just because you can't get a real one and all you can afford is this one, you wear it, and you just go, girl. I'm just telling you. Don't let people say, like, oh, if you carry a dupe, you're a fool. No, you're not. You're carrying a dupe because you love the brand. And though dupes are wrong because they're stealing from here, but if that's all you can afford and you want to look classy with your Louis or whatever reason you want to carry it, you go for it. Okay? Because that's what I did. And I felt like the queen of the world carrying this around. I really did. I really did. So, anyway, quality, handle wise, handles on this one, very sturdy. This one, you could almost crush them. I'm not going to do that to my real ones. I will show you a little bit, but they're very, very sturdy. Zipper wise, zippers don't seem too far off on them. But the outside, you could kind of tell the outsides. I mean, it's really the feel of them. This is actually real like leather, and this is very stiff. It's very stiff. Or this one, you can move the leather around. It's just not like a Speedy is made to be flattened out. That's the whole purpose of the Speedy. If you don't know the history of the Speedy, you can Google it. So that's that. The inside, it does say they do a good job. This still says Louis Vuitton on the pool. This one does not say Louis Vuitton on the pool, but it says I keep the lock on it. It says it on the lock, and it says it on the pool circle part. Like right there. And right, why are my cats being nuts right now? All right, I gotta hurry up. This video is getting a little long, but if the inside is another dead giveaway. The quality of the inside is not that great. It's passable. Like I wouldn't have known any better if I never had a real one. Like no, I would have never known that it was not right. They do put the little thing in here, but it is not. I don't have a fake one that's like embossed or whatever it is. Where's Max when I need him? So that's that. It's like the feeling of the outside, the quality of the handle, and the material inside is definitely, and the smell is definitely off. My only other dupe I have is this one, and I see this one all over the place. Like, when I do videos in this room, I'm facing a different way. Like the strap hanging on the wall over there is the other strap that goes with this purse. And this is my crossbody. I don't remember what it's called. If you know, let me know. They did a good job with this one. Let me tell you why. Because they gave they actually came in the color that the leather turns into on a real one. When you get a real one, the leather comes almost like this light tan. So that takes a while to change. They sent it already like that. So this one is a really good one. It's a really good one. If it didn't have that smell when I first opened it, or if I knew any better, I would have totally not known the difference. Like when you feel this one, do we hear all this? What are you guys doing? My cats are never this nuts in the morning. When you feel this one and you feel this one, the canvas really feels a lot alike. Like I can't believe this was not real. Let me see if I can do a comparison. No, they even do a good job on that. These are good, man. They did a good job. They'd have the Louis Vuitton on here. And this is another DHgate, by the way. I got the pink strap. It even says Louis Vuitton on there. Inside is definitely where, if you didn't know, you know now. Is the inside. Like the fabric on the inside. And they do have this. And they did a good job on that one. If you can see it. So this is probably the closest dupe I've ever seen personally. Comes with a little, I think there's still hand sanitizer in there. But I believe of this, like if you were to look at this and come here, what's the easiest one? And you were to look at this, can you tell the difference? Let me know if you can in the comments below. Real, fake. $28, $1,800. You know what I mean? They do a good job. Now I know everyone. If anyone's going to be like, "Well, with everything you've been hearing from Louis Vuitton, would you spend your hard-earned money there anymore?" I can't afford to do that anymore, so no. And even if I could still go and spoil myself with a Louis Vuitton, not until everything comes out on what is really going on with them. Like, are they mass producing them over in China and then just stamping them in Paris and saying made in Paris, and did it really only cost you $200 to $500 to make that, and then you're charging me $2,000, until that they can come out, if they haven't already. I haven't really been keeping up with it because, like, who cares? I can't buy one anyway. They have that new Inside Out one that I've been obsessed with since I saw it, and it's probably sold out anyway. So I'd like to see them come forward and say these are our manufacturers. They are in Paris or Italy or Spain, and say, like, this is what we do. This is how we make them. We don't make them over in China. They're not speaking the truth. But if it is the truth, I probably won't spend my money on it anymore, because that was a complete and utter, like, money grab. Like, you're charging people $2,000 for something that cost you $500 to make. So I'm glad I got my stuff before all that happened, years before all that happened. These I've had these for a while now, so it took a long time to be able to afford one, but I did. I worked hard for it. So that's my morning video. So just in case, while I go out of town, it's not a long one. When I go out of town this week to visit my mom and dad, I don't have time to do a video. You're gonna have an extra Sunday video. So I'll do one today. I'll do one tomorrow. I leave Wednesday. So if I have time Tuesday, I'll do a video and then we schedule it to post Wednesday. I don't know. But this was just a bonus one, and it's not the kind of video I would usually do, obviously. I'm not that kind of person, but, I always talk about my Louis, and I thought, why not show everybody, If you're interested, you're interested. If you don't, keep the comments nice, I liked to buy them. But you guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Me and hopefully Max will see you tomorrow. I still don't know. I never got the costume in the mail, so it probably won't be the Summerween Part 3. We're going to have to wait, but I have some ideas, and hopefully Max will join us as he has time. I love each and every one of you best friends. If you've made it through 28 minutes of my yakking, then you are a true breezy lifer. And I love you very much. Let me know if you had a favorite, or if you thought you could tell the difference between the real and the fake. They do a good job. All right, guys, I love you, and I'll see you tomorrow. Mwah. Live your best breezy life. Bye.